Yo, we talking about groceries on FBA. Yo, easy. Yeah. J to the O, the Mayos. Groceries on FBA. What you know about that? Step your game up, suck it.
Hey everybody, Sean Mayo here, and I wanted to talk to you today about a very important subject, and that is what we do about optimizing listings for searching and browsing. This is a very important section on your Amazon Seller Central help page. We'll put the link in the descriptions. And this is very important when you are both creating listings or optimizing listings. Now, I probably wouldn't do this if I only had one or two of an item, but if there's an item we're going to replenish, an item we're newly selling, or we have large volume of, this is definitely something that you need to be very familiar with, as well as the page that talks about prohibited activities and things you should not do in your listings. And I thought maybe we should just go over this and tell you what you should and what you shouldn't be doing, what should be in a listing, and more importantly, where it should be. Because a lot of people do a lot of duplicate things, do things that is just hurting the overall Amazon experience, and it's going to hurt us as sellers. Let's just get into it. And the thing I'd like to share is that we have a lot of items that we sell. So we usually have well over 2,500 active SKUs. So that what that means is that I create very few listings. There's so much in the Amazon catalog that I don't feel we should spend the hours that it takes to create a good listing. And usually we'll just wait for that product to be created by someone else, and then we can update it and fix it if necessary. And we spend many hours every week fixing bad listings, updating the description, and usually the best way to do it is after you have sent an item in and you are a current seller on it. You have the best chance of your updates actually going through. So I've showed you in other videos how to do the actual updating of a listing. Here I'm just going to cover the rules on what you should be doing. So the first part is right here, the product title, and everything in the title as well as the keywords are all used for a product search. So the main thing you should understand from this video is that it's all searchable. So if you put it in the title, don't waste the space in the description, and don't put words in there just to try and get people to go to it. As in this example here, for when it says product, these are the titles that it's talking about, and the Nike running shoe for a title, you shouldn't put Adidas or Puma in there just to get more people that are looking for shoes, because it's going to hurt the catalog overall, and it's going to hurt your search. When it's bringing up searches that people continuously ignore, then that's going to bring that down in your search, and it's going to be harder to find your products. So in the long run, it's going to hinder you. For the product title, each individual word in the product name or title is searchable on its own. For example, a product called Laura Ashley Sophia Collection 300 Thread Count Pillowcase, then in parentheses, Blue Queen set of 2 is better than blue pillowcases. Of course, we should all know this, but you don't need to repeat words. This isn't eBay, this is Amazon. You need a clear title. Something that's easily readable, not just a bunch of keywords, because we have another place for keywords. This is why Amazon did this, so you don't have to worry about having a title that's not really a title, but is just a keyword section, and that's what eBay has turned into. So here we're going to put a clear, easy to read title that people are going to want to go to with all the most important information. So This is because the recommended product name above includes the information: the brand, the product line, the material or key features, the product type, which is pillowcases, the color, the size, and the quantity. Okay, so once again, they're explaining to you because they definitely find this very important. Information provided in the product description and bullet points is searchable to customers. The product description and bullet points help customers learn key details about your product. These sections should include product-related information in a clear and concise manner. Here is more information on writing good descriptions and bullet points. So there is another section which I'm not going to cover here. You can look this up on your own to improve product details. Amazon provides sellers with an opportunity to include additional product-related keywords in fields such as search terms, subject keywords, style keywords, etc. These keywords should only include relevant information that is not already captured by other fields such as product name, key feature products, product description, brand name, etc. If a keyword provides valuable information about your product, then it belongs in product description or key product features bullet points. For example, for an all-in-one printer, it's better to include scanner and copier terms in the bullet points rather than as search terms in keyword fields. You are not required to provide keywords for your product. Also, there is no additional benefit in providing keywords except when they certain unique information, which doesn't make sense, such as alternative names, abbreviations, etc. That doesn't fit in any other non-keyword fields. So what they're saying here is that everything is searchable. So the product name, the manufacturer, all that information you enter, the title, the description, as well as keywords. So do not repeat any keywords. It's not going to help with your search. So you need to enter the correct information in each section, and then anything that you haven't entered is what we're going to put into the keyword section. Don't provide inaccurate, misleading, or irrelevant information, such as competitor products. As we already covered, don't say Adidas or Puma when you're listing a Nike running shoe. Don't list other brands. Don't list other author names that are similar. This is only hurting the Amazon catalog, and it's only going to hurt your listing. Don't provide misleading or irrelevant information as it is against Amazon's policy. Your listing will be removed and your account will be suspended. Moreover, your product might end up in a wrong browse node and your sales might get affected. Don't provide excessively long content. Providing overlong content can violate Amazon's selling platform policy. Respect the limits that are set for different fields. So Amazon has recently shortened the title limit. So a lot of those had to be shortened or they were just cut off. So always be aware of the title limit. There's plenty of places to enter as much information as you need to, so don't put it in the title. Make the title what it is. It's the title, it's the main description. Just use it for that and don't enter a bunch of excess erroneous information. Don't provide redundant information that is already captured in other fields such as title, author, product description, bullet points, brand. It won't improve your product placement and search results, which we already covered. And when entering several words such as a search term, put them in the most logical order. A customer is more likely to search for big stuffed teddy bears than for teddy stuffed bears. Don't include statements that are only temporarily true. For example, new, on sale, available now. You are creating a listing or fixing a listing for the product. Do not put any information specifically to you. Don't say that it's shipped from your city. Don't, of course, don't say your seller name. All this is very much against policy. It can get you suspended, and in the long run, you're hurting yourself. This is a listing that's being created for Amazon's catalog. It's not like eBay. It's not just for you. Don't include subjective claims such as amazing, good quality, as most customers don't use subjective terms in their queries. Don't include common misspellings of the product name. Amazon's search engine compensates for customer misspellings and also offers corrective suggestions. Another thing they do is plurals, ing, S with and without, however you spelled it, it's going to look up those other ways. Amazon's search is very good at this. Don't provide variants of spacing, punctuation, capitalization, and pluralization. Which I just said, our search engine automatically includes different case forms, word forms, and spelling variants for searching. Don't include terms that are abusive or offensive in nature. Abbreviations, alternate names, topic, and key characters could be included in keywords. Here are some examples of bad keywords. Diamond flower, 14K, white gold ring. Do not use words like gold or ring because they're already in the product name. Nike running shoes, don't use Adidas or Puma because their reason is it provides inaccurate information, but more specifically it is showing other brands. Popcorn maker, don't use ice cream cones, bakery, Obama, etc. Keywords that contain irrelevant or unrelated popular terms. Wood bamboo, temple, wayfarer, sunglasses, green frame. Don't use amazing, good quality, trendy fashion, 2014, bestseller, etc. Again, erroneous information that has nothing to do with the product. Colors of India. Don't use colors, colors, etc. Different forms of words that search engines automatically account for. The mini speaker. Don't use different variations of the product ID. Search engine automatically accounts for punctuation variants. Here are some good examples of keywords. Lord of the Rings. LOTR is something you would want to use. Always use abbreviations. Jacketed fiberglass claw hammer. Nail pounder, nail puller, ripping tool. Customers might use alternate names for search of the products. This is a very good example of what to use for a claw hammer. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Hermione Granger, Ron Weasley. These are characters in a book. So this is definitely something you want to add. All the characters, places, anything to do with information in that book are things that you would want to add, or any product. Fox Racing 180 Dresden pants, racewear, motocross gear. Customers might use alternate names to search for products. The Shadow Beast, an Adventure in Time. It's a time travel book, so a good keyword would be to use time travel or anything about that subject. Now moving on to some other things that you should avoid. Prohibited seller activities and actions. Attempts to divert transactions or buyers. Any attempt to circumvent the established Amazon sales process or to divert Amazon users to another website or sales process is prohibited. Specifically, any advertisement, marketing messages, or calls to action that lead, prompt, or encourage Amazon customers to leave the Amazon website are prohibited. Prohibited activities include the following: the use of email intended to divert customers away from the Amazon sales process, the inclusion of hyperlinks, URLs, or web addresses within any seller-generated confirmation email address or any product description fields that are intended to divert customers away from the Amazon sales process. This is a big one. This one is something that's going to get you suspended, and it will happen fast. They have bots that monitor everything, and if they see this happening, they're going to suspend you first and then maybe ask questions later. But this is something that they are very strong about, and they don't mess around with this. Don't do this. These are Amazon's customers that they're allowing you to sell their product to, and be happy that you're able to do that. Don't try and steal Amazon's customers away from them. Unauthorized and improper business names. The business name must be a name that accurately identifies the seller, is not misleading, and the seller has the right to use. Furthermore, a seller cannot use a business name that contains an email suffix such as .com, .net, .biz, and so on, as it's leading you away. So, if one of our company names is Mail Family Sales, you can't have your seller name mailfamilysales.com, so people could go to that website. Improper email communication. Any email communication with customers must be courteous, relevant, and appropriate. Unsolicited email communications with Amazon users, email communications other than necessary for order fulfillment and related customer services, and emails containing marketing communications of any kind, including within otherwise permitted communications, are prohibited. Again, this is you trying to lead their customers away from them. And these are all very big no-nos. Direct email addresses. Buyers and sellers may communicate with one another via the buyer-seller messaging service, which assigns unique Amazon-generated email addresses to both parties. Sellers are prohibited from providing or soliciting direct, non-Amazon-generated email addresses on the Amazon website or correspondence through the buyer-seller messaging system. Operating multiple sellers accounts. Operating and maintaining multiple seller accounts is prohibited. If you have a legitimate business need for a second account, you can apply for an exception to the policy. From the bottom of any page in your seller account, contact support. Now, we do have a second account. I know a lot of bigger sellers who also have two. It's not extremely hard, but you definitely have to have permission first. If you get caught doing it, they're going to suspend both accounts. And then you're going to have to prove something that's very hard to prove, that that they weren't really linked. If they were linked, then you're going to have an even bigger problem if they were done on purpose. If you request, please provide an explanation of the legitimate business need for a second account. To be considered for approval, you must have the following: an account in good standing with excellent customer metrics, a separate email address and bank account, no intention to sell the same products, intention to sell entirely different categories. The inventory sold in each account must be different. So you can never both sell the same product. You can never compete on the same product. Usually the two best ways to do this is if you're approved in sexual wellness, tell them you don't want to sell your sexual wellness with the other products like children's books, baby products, things like that. And your other option is if you have a private label, that you want to launch a private label on a separate account, not to be mixed with your wholesale items. Misuse of the Amazon selling platform. All sellers are able to access and use the Amazon seller platform. If a seller uploads excessive amounts of data repeatedly or otherwise uses the platform in an excessive or unreasonable way, it can create a disproportionate load on the platform and impair the ability of other sellers to easily access and use the platform. If a seller misuses or is making excessive or unreasonable use of the Amazon selling platform, Amazon may, in its sole discretion, restrict or block the seller's access to product feeds or other platform functions that are being misused. So basically it's telling you not to upload a flat file of 100,000 products to Amazon that many people do. or you're going to get suspended. Misuse of ratings, feedback, or reviews. Any attempt to manipulate ratings, feedback, or reviews is prohibited. That means buying ratings, buying feedback. The new rule is that if it's excessive, it's not okay, but they're the ones who say it's excessive. Misuse of sales rank. The bestseller rank feature allows buyers to evaluate the popularity of a product. So this is basically, again, giving away too much product to get number one in a category. So maybe you'll stay number one. They don't want people giving away 1,000 of an item just to get that top rank. They want the top sellers to be legitimately top selling. So if you're doing that, know that you're breaking the rules now, and think about it if it's really worth losing your selling account to get a higher rank. Additional guidelines include shipment of BMVD products, which is books, music, video, and DVDs. What's really considered the media categories offered through Amazon must be shipped within 2 business days. Post-transaction price manipulation, excessive shipping fees, definitely not allowed. You can't sell something for a penny and have $50 shipping on it. Matching products offerings inaccurately. When listing items for sale, the product has to be listed on a product detail page that accurately describes the product. So what this is saying is that the product has to exactly match. Just because you're giving them a better product doesn't mean it's okay. So if you have a 12 pack and there's a special 14 or 15 pack of an item, you still can't list it on that even though they're getting something better. The picture has to exactly match, as well as the other information on the listing. Creating duplicate sales detail pages. You cannot create duplicate pages just to get around maybe a lot of competition or whatever your reason may be. If it's already there, you have to list against the current one. So I hope this interpretation of the Amazon rules has helped you, and if it has, I'd love to hear about any problems or ways that this has helped you to grow your business. Like I said, we spend probably at least a dozen hours a week updating listings, going back and checking them. Sometimes we have to update them again if they don't always go through. So please, if you like this video, please like it, share it, tell your friends about it. Join my Facebook group. It's completely free. Groceries on FBA. And we also have a group that we share bolos in. Go to freebolos.com or just free bolo or retail sourcing team. Free bolos on Facebook. They'll all take you to the Facebook group. Completely free. We post bolos several times a week in both of those groups. And thanks for watching.